Good morning and welcome back to another one of my videos. In today's video we're just going to do a quick little video of our trip into Calais port. I'm basically just going to do a designated video of just the trip over on the ferry, the process, a bit on the ferry, and then the process in Dover when we get off the ferry. I've done bits and bobs of this in previous videos and stuff like that, but I'm going to post this up as its own sole video so that anyone that's never done this trip will know the process. Like I've said in previous videos, when I started only a year ago now doing European driving, there wasn't anything like this, so you had to do it all by yourself. Which is fine, but also it's helpful sometimes when you've got that little snippet into what needs to do and what not to do, sort of thing. So currently we have taken the sign from France for the car ferry. You'll notice around here that they reduced the speed limit to 80 kilometers for vehicles over the weight of 3.5 ton. Also this section of the motorway, you'll see now that there's big walls, barbed wire, big fences over the motorway bridges and that, because obviously this is the big section. To the right and the left of us is the fields where all of the immigrants sort of come together and they have all their tents and all that sort of stuff. So obviously that's a problem that France are dealing with. Also the UK, obviously, if you're not familiar with it, just give it a Google and you'll soon find out some information to do with those issues. But yeah, this video is not about that. This video is just about traveling over to the UK from France. And what my current plan is, I have to use my phone to show my customs documents. So I won't be able to use the phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the GoPro on. Any bits that I think are decent enough to see with the phone in between me showing the customs bits and bobs to the people I need to show them to, then I will try and video on the phone. If not, I'll video all on the GoPro, and then I'll do a little bit of a voiceover, or potentially, haven't quite decided yet, maybe I'll talk while I'll see what happens, see what's best suited for the time, because obviously sometimes you're at the booths for ages and you guys don't want to be sat there for half an hour waiting for me to get through the booth. So we'll see. So on the lanes on the floor, you've got P&O ferries on the right, you've got Irish and DFDS in the middle, and then on the left is for buses and cars. So basically, yeah, you want to stick with whatever lane you're booked into for your ferry. I am today on DFDS, so I'll be heading down the DFDS lane. We're just following this chap at the moment. So as you come up around the corner, obviously the lane for the buses and that is separated now, and then we'll come down into the big, it sort of opens up, and as it comes down you then have all the lanes that are open, all the lanes that are closed. At this point I normally choose a lane, jump out, do my final checks, go run around the lorry, make sure everything's tip top, and then I can sign my form to show that yeah, we need to go over there, but mate was in the way. I don't know what he's doing. He's just rolling. Yeah, so we need DFDS. So we're going to here. So it's all signed on the floor. We'll basically just join the back of this queue, I think. It's like the shortest one. Not that the shortest one ever wins, because basically, yeah, obviously it depends how long each driver takes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to jump out, whip around the lorry, have a little look, make sure that no one's got in since we haven't stopped, so it should be all right. But yeah, it's better to check, and obviously with the fines being up to £12,000 per immigrant, it's definitely not worth the chances. So yeah, I shall be back in 1 second. So guys, we just switched it over to the GoPro, so I hope you guys can hear me. If it doesn't work out very well with the sound, what I'll do is I'll chuck a voiceover on. We haven't moved in a while. I'm just waiting for, Matey Boy just took his handbrake off and moved forward, so I thought we were going somewhere. That's why I started the video. But we're still in the same place as last time. I've done my checks, walked around the lorry. We've moved a couple of lorries forward since then. It's quite a slow process. It looks quite busy the other side. So the first booth we come to is obviously, like I was saying, is the company you're sailing with. So obviously you've got P&O, Irish Ferries, Dfds. So obviously we're going with Dfds, so we've chosen our lane. Obviously it's taken ages to get through, but they will want to see your passport. They want to see an MRN for crossing your customs, for crossing the channel. They'll want to see a GMR for your customs, for crossing the channel. And then they'll want to see your CMR, which is obviously your notes to say what you've got on. And sometimes they want to see delivery notes and stuff like that, depending on. So they basically just want to summarise what product you've got on, if you need a plug-in or not. We've got frozen mode on, but you can just switch it off because obviously it's like -25 and it doesn't drop down that much while it's on the boat for a couple of hours. So we'll just switch the fridge off, and then once we've done that, yeah, they'll basically check that, make sure the weight's all right, because they have to put the weight in on their little screen and all that. Looks like I've gone to a booth where I'm going to have to climb over to the passenger side, which isn't a major problem. But yeah, so we just got this one guy in front, and then we're up next. I'm just looking to the right of me, and it looks really busy for the bit afterwards. So just to summarise the bit afterwards briefly now, it goes boat check-in, which we're at now, then it goes French passport, then it goes French customs, then you go round the corner and then you get to British passport, and then sometimes you'll get pulled into British customs, depending on what's going on. So fingers crossed we can just get through, but this is where we get our designated boat time. Hopefully it'll only be a couple of hours, but sometimes with Dfds, if they aren't, if their boats are filling up or whatever, sometimes they use P&O boats if there's available gaps on there. So yeah, that's a positive as well, because you've also got the option of different boats. But yeah, when we pull forward, we'll obviously give him the paperwork and that. Maybe he's turned his engine off because his trailer's just dropped. The wheel must have gone down. But yeah, so once we get pulled forwards in a second, I'll jump back on when we're heading into the French customs. So that is us booked on the boat. It's what time is it now? It's 12:42 here. So the boat isn't till 4 o'clock. So we've got a little bit of a wait, unfortunately. But it's normally about a couple of hours wait anyway for this sort of thing. So now we need to find my passport again, and this next one is French. As you can see, it's quite busy, so we might be here for a short while, but I'll catch you guys at the front of the queue. So guys, we managed to wiggle around a few people, and we're just coming to the front now. It's a bit tight here though, so might be a bit interesting. Apparently they've decided to put these extra little bollards in place, which is kind of annoying. See how we get on. Hopefully we don't get our mirrors taken off by anyone. Oh, luckily we get to go first. So it's on the passenger side again, because obviously I'm not very good at this judging. Hello, bonjour. Merci. Merci. Merci, thank you. Right, that is that. I don't know why they make it so tight everywhere. It's always a lorry driver thing. They always seem to make things so tight. label is pointed, so we're going in A4. So now we've basically got the sheds. So the sheds queue in lanes of 4 or 5, I think, from what I remember, and then they filter into 2 sheds, possibly 3 depending on if they're open. So in here we have to get out the cab. They'll basically put a heartbeat monitor on the trailer, and they'll basically scan to see if there's anyone in the trailer, or any heartbeats at least. I'm just checking for the date, see what he stamped my passport. So it's filling up, my passport now is. I think he put it in a small gap. He might have actually done a really good one. Where is he? It's the 7th today. So he squeezed in a little gap. I don't know where he put it. Oh, he stamped over a stamp. I didn't know they were allowed to do that, but they should do that more often. Yeah, he stamped right over the whole lot. But yeah, I'll put it back on when I get to the front of these guys. So yeah, sorry it's a bit all jumpy, but you don't want to be sat here for half an hour now. We're waiting. So guys, I just need to apologise because once I went into the shed, I completely forgot to put the camera back on. So I haven't actually done the last bit, but we'll explain it in 1 second. Bonjour, hello. Thank you. Upstairs, thank you. So yes, so I basically done the heartbeat scan in the shed, and then once we did that, we went around to British Passport, which was nice and easy. It's just literally follow it around to the left, and it's just another loads. It was really quiet there because obviously there's been big queues before. We queued for an hour and 40 minutes in the end. That's why I forgot to put the camera on, but apologies for that. So yeah, so it's nice and simple. What I'll try and do is, it's hard because I was going to do a satellite view on Google Maps and put it in a little of the route you got to go. I'll still try and do it, but obviously Google Maps isn't updated to the new port, so it doesn't actually know where the buildings are and stuff. So I'll try my best to do that for you guys. But yeah, we're just boarding the boat now. It is 20 past 3, so we should be sailing again, well, out in the water at 4 o'clock, to be about an hour and a half. So I always say 2 hours, so we'll get over to the UK French time 6 o'clock, so UK time 5 o'clock, and then we got to get out the port and get up the road. So I'll show you when I'm off the boat the other side. Obviously we'll have to queue to get off, like we're doing now, to queue to get on. But yeah, fingers crossed that if you were stuck with what you needed to do, it's been helpful enough. I'll try and put the route into Calais, so like just after I finished, towards the end of the video, I'll put it all in, and I'll put the route into Calais that you take, the road, and I'll put in the actual booths that you've got to stop at, and then the lanes. Like I say, it will be a rough one because obviously it's not on the maps. But yeah, we're very tired, so we're just gonna get on the boat, go and get some food, and then yeah, see how we go. We're upstairs today. Which side we're not? Hopefully we're in the furthest end. Will you move behind me? The best place to be is as closest to the inside wall as possible. Yes, this is the lane. If you're on this lane here, you're the first one out on the way out, so, which is perfect. And there's less people that will potentially crash into your crash, which is ideal. So yeah, so that is us on the boat. We're going to go get some food. I'll show you around. I've got the mic in my bag, so I'm going to take the bag on, and I'll be able to show you guys around a bit more on the boat if you've never been on one of these. But yeah, I shall see you guys in a bit. So guys, we're on the boat. They're just preparing all the food ready for the next lot of people. I'm just going to have a walk through the lounge of the drivers. We're just pulling into Dover. Left this video a bit late. yeah, so we've got the driver's lounge, which has got a whole area for both just chilling out and eating. And then we've got driver's showers, male and female. And you've got outside deck. As you can see, guys, it's probably noisy now because of the wind, but I've got the microphone in, so hopefully it works. You can see we're just coming into Dover Port now. It's freight drivers only. So yeah, there's a quiet lounge, there's different areas of it. If you need customs clearance, there's a customs board, so you can see what customs clearance you need. So you've got green or orange. Free coffee and water. But yeah, plenty of places to sit. TVs to watch. This one's the French one, so there's more to do with the French stuff rather than the English. But yeah, over here is the screen that I was talking about. So as you can see, all your exit information with your number plates and stuff. But yeah, we're on the top. Well, we're on deck 8 in this boat. So up here, you've got the sea restaurant, as you would have seen in my other videos. We've obviously got a couple of floors. So this is like the basically the public section. So they've got their own restaurants and stuff like that. And then you've got obviously the sea shop and all that sort of stuff. So obviously we've arrived now in Dover, so the announcement is speaking to us. But yeah, plenty of toilets. There's showers in the driver's lounge, stuff like that. Normally they're on the top floor, so it's either 8 or 9 depending on what boat you're on. All varies differently. We're just going to wander around. I don't actually know what floor I was on, because I didn't pay any attention when I came onto the boat, because it was got straight in an elevator, which wasn't ideal. So yeah, this is the duty-free shop. Obviously it's shut because we're in dock and port now, should I say. But yeah, you've got information desk, everything you need while you're on board. We're just going to make our way. There's another screen here, it tells us all our exit information. We are there. We're green, so we're clear, whereas this guy's not. He has to go to customs. But yeah, arcade machines, everything basically. So I'm just going to make my way down the stairs and see how we get on. Can't remember what floor I'm on, so we were upstairs. So it's probably floor 5, I reckon. We're going to try this one because I can't remember which side it was on. Oh, on the wrong side. So we went in this side. This is why you should pay attention. Oh, there we are. Right away, straight there. So what we always got to remember to do, if you've got a fridge on board, is to come back over, switch your fridge back on, shut the hatch, and then we should be all ready to go. We've already got the doors open. Oh, sorry, let's see. Busy for a second. When you get back in the truck after you've obviously wandered around the boat and all that, just make sure that you remember to change the place setting. So it's okay, down to places, down to begin place, and then we need to change it. Oh, I never changed it to France apparently because I forgot. Basically you need to find the UK, which we should have gone the other way. Find it. Definitely should have gone the other way. There we are, UK. And then we can back out. We had 1 hour 37 minutes on the boat. And then yeah, we're ready to go in a second. That is us. We have the green light. We're all go. So I'll make sure we don't take out anyone's mirrors now on the way off, and then we should be all set. Everyone's out of their windows, hanging out the windows, making sure that you don't take their mirrors off. It's not tight, but like it is tight enough that a couple of seconds of not paying attention and you could take damage to another vehicle. This guy's not going to let me out. Doesn't understand the process of merge and turn, but okay. Yeah, so that is us. Hope you've enjoyed this little bit of a video. I just thought I'd keep it short and sweet on the process. Again, apologies for missing that bit of passport control British, but all it was another booth that was slightly around the corner. And any sound issues, again, like I've using the GoPro, so hopefully it's okay. And using the mic on the boat, I've just listened to it and it sounds a bit echoey, but then that is all I can do being in a combined space. So yeah, so as we're coming out of the boat, you can see all these Matthews trailers that have been dropped, which are obviously putting on the boat. Always see them companies around. But yeah, we've basically got to now get out of the port. So there is actually British customs this side. So there is potential for being pulled in, passport checks, any other sort of checks are possible. But we're going to head up. You'll see a sign just as I turn this corner now. We're going to be aiming to head up the A2 M2 because we don't have to do any customs at Sevington and we're all clear to go. So the plan is to just get as close to our delivery. But obviously for you guys watching for the sake of Dover, you're not interested in that. But if you are interested in that, then there is a video connected to this. So please feel free to go and check that out. But yeah, we're just coming down this slope now. So as you come out, you basically come around, you choose which lane you want to be in. So you've got the A20 and the M20, and then the A2 and the M2. So once you go through this little like radar scanner thing, just as you come around the left here, which is I think just for guns and like knives and stuff like that. Once you've done that, you're good to go. Unless you get pulled in at the next section. So as long as you've got a green light here, you can continue through. So this is just like I was just saying, like a little radar scanner. And then once we go through here, fingers crossed we don't have any issues. I'm going to let this guy go in case he decides to cut the corner and we get taken out. There is enough room, but I'd rather not. Yeah, so this is the moment of truth, this bit here. So there's a guy on the left and a guy on the right. And they're in the office, and basically if they slow you down and wave you in, then you have to go into the x-rays and all that sort of stuff. Hopefully we'll be all right. They obviously know the regs and they know before you even get off the boat whether you're being pulled into customs or not. So that's us all the way through and we're done. So look, there's already a couple of people have been pulled in already. They've got to go through the x-ray scanner, so you've got to drive in the big shed on the left here. Thankfully I've never actually been in there, but yeah, it's all it is the big x-ray. So you go in a room, they x-ray the whole lorry, looking for anything dodgy, and then yeah, once you've done that, then you potentially go in this left bit on here and you get full search. But yeah, I've had the searches from the train that side. I've just never been off the boat. But yeah, that is that really. That pretty much sums up this video and also pretty much sums up Dover as a whole. Calais, obviously you saw, the boat you saw, and Dover you saw. So next time I'll try and do one the other way around. It's pretty similar, but obviously for people who have never done it, it might be of interest to anyone. So we're just going to make sure we select the right lane here, because you can change your mind again here. You can go back to the A20 if you really want to. But yeah, so we're going to trundle up, see how we get on, and then get to our delivery. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it if you could give this video a like. Any comments, any questions that we can try and cover in any other videos. Like I say, if you like this video, please check out my other videos. Hope it's been good and the information's been reasonably valid. Like I say, I haven't been doing this for too long, especially on the boats. Normally I do the trains. But yeah, thank you very much and see you in the next video.